Intelligent Disclosure. I'm Richard Dolan with my wife, Tracy.
Hi, everyone.
We're a little late. We were supposed to
Sorry
start
about that.
6 minutes ago. One of these days, we should actually, put out a recording of ourselves just before we go live every day, because I have a feeling for, some people that would be entertaining.
We don't want to show that.
We don't want to, but I'm just thinking it would be entertaining. So we're happy to be here with you in what is this, week 96 of the COVID lockdown. It's something like that.
Feels like that.
It just keeps going. We're in New York State, where it's even a little bit crazier than for some of you. And our thoughts are with everyone dealing with this lockdown, whatever your opinion about it. It's like, let us out. No, lock us in. It's like no one can agree on this, but it's a difficult decision. You'd hate to be the one person to make the decision. No matter what is going on, you don't want to be that person because you realize that half the people will be angry with you no matter what you do or say. But I am looking forward to this. This has got to wind down, and we will have to start some kind of attempt at recovery. But good luck with that. We got debt that's going to be up the wazoo for the next 3 or 4 lifetimes, my guess. But that's another one. That's another time.
And on a totally different note, there was a tiny bit of sun today. We get super excited because we just had nonstop rain. So tiny bit of sun. And if you'd seen this one earlier, I think people have no idea that Richard Dolan is such a Renaissance man, and he's running around creating things outdoors, fixing up the basement.
Building some shelves.
I got
a little bit of paint still here. I got the shelves done just 30 minutes before we went on. That's the real reason we were late. But they're done. They're up. They're actually installed. They're on the wall. I'm happy.
That's right. He's building us some outdoor gardens, so the downstairs looks like a bit of a greenhouse. So
getting it together, man.
We're trying.
So we should jump in now. We want to jump into the UFO news, and then we want to talk about Leonard Stringfield.
Oh yeah, there's huge news today. Shall we go right into that?
I just want to say this. For everyone, all of the debunkers, all the skeptics who said those videos are fake. Yeah, sure they're fake. You get a little bit of, we actually knew that these were legit for a while.
Right. So this is not as big of a deal to the UFO family.
No.
Right.
Because everyone knew.
We've known for a long time, but to everybody else, it's a big deal. And to all of us, I think, we need to do this.
Take the win.
Take the win.
I'm a believer in that philosophy. Take the win, because there's a lot of losses out there. There's a lot of checks in the L column, but we need a few W's. And with this one, you have a recognition by the Pentagon that those UFO videos that were released over 2 years ago through the wily ways of Luis Elizondo. It's very clear that he was able in a semi-sneaky fashion to get those videos out. Yeah. The Pentagon was not happy about it. There was a lot of resistance. You could clearly see there was a bit of a power struggle, or at least a bureaucracy struggle within the Pentagon, people supporting this, people not supporting this. And so you get a lot of misinformation that came out over the last few years about these videos, about everything else TTSA was promoting. But guess what? It's legit. The videos not only are they legit, but the real question, the real issue here is they're legit. Is anyone going to be debunking David Fravor's testimony? I don't think so. Or, all the other folks who were involved in these, Kevin Day, all of these people involved in the Nimitz encounters have described an object that frankly is impossible and is not explainable by any current physics or science that we know of. Mm-hmm. And yet we've got this confirmation. Now, the Navy and the Pentagon didn't they didn't confirm the specifics of the performance. But listen, all you have to do is listen to Fravor. He's talking about this thing disappearing in 2 seconds, where he had perfect visibility. You're talking conservatively, that's 10 miles. We're talking multiple thousands of miles per hour for this Tic Tac UFO. And it could be as fast as 50,000 miles per hour or more. Right. It's absurdly fast. And explain that, people. How are you going to explain this? So what we live in is a world of enforced fiction. We live in a world of enforced fictions all around. It's even beyond propaganda. It's a situation where you're not allowed, or the official establishment, people on NBC, CBS, all the majors, they are not allowed to speak the truth about a lot of things, and they are not allowed to speak the truth about UFOs. So we live in a world of enforced fictions. BBC is just as bad. Don't think, if you're an American, just because the Brits have a nice accent, don't think that their news is any better. Their news is often worse. So it's Western media. It's really global media, but certainly Western media. Here we go. We're in a situation now where there is a drip, and it's a drip of disclosure. And I'm not saying it's going to happen this year. I don't know when it will happen, but we are not in a static situation. I'm going to get into more of this in a detailed video a little later this week. I'll probably record something a little more spontaneous and a little more in depth than what we're going to do here. We planned on Stringfield.
I think this is more than a drip, though. It just feels like a drip to us. But this is way more than a drip. This is super significant. I mean, today was the first time that I went and did a search, and every single mainstream media outlet has picked this up straight across the board. Major magazines, all news outlets, just boom, straight across the board. Everybody picked that up. So, I mean, that tells us something. We haven't had that before. There was a little bit of a trickle and a rollout, and everybody was starting to catch on slowly before. But now it's just boom, straight across the board. So we're in different times.
Things are changing, but I'll just say this. I'm not expecting this news on the Pentagon's announcement to last very long. We've had some very big bombshells relating to UFOs over the last couple of years. And all the TTSA haters out there, you just better suck it up and recognize that if it wasn't for that organization, none of this would be happening. None of this news would be out. None of it. So love them or hate them, they are responsible for the lion's share of this news that has come out. Even so, this is still an uphill battle. And yes, there are a few friendly voices in the major media, most notably Tucker Carlson over at Fox. Not much else. But there are some people who are brave enough to be willing to talk about this in the public realm. But there's a lot that aren't. And so, those of us who believe in getting this information out and getting public recognition of the reality of this most phenomenal, important, incredible thing, UFOs, we still have a lot of fighting ahead of us. I mean, yes, we're not in a static situation. So much has happened, but my God, there's a long way to go still, in my opinion.
Sometimes I think about what Lou Elizondo himself has gone through. He came out with something that he felt so strongly about, and then he just has taken abuse non-stop. Non-stop. So this must be huge for him. Like a big, big day, big week for him.
The funny thing, I don't know Lou Elizondo personally.
I don't either.
We have a lot of common people, and I've never spoken with him. I really ought to. But I agree with you, and I think it's been tough for all of those people. I still laugh at the folks who say this is some kind of CIA op. They do not know what they are talking about. They could not be more ignorant of the realities, despite the fact that yes, they have intelligence community connections, many or most of them. It's irrelevant. It's not an op. It's not that kind of op anyway. They may have their own agenda, but it's not a coordinated effort. And anyone who argues it literally just does not know what they're talking about. But more on that next chapter.
That's right. That'll be coming out later in the week. But we're talking about Stringfield, and Leonard Stringfield is no longer with us. But what we were just talking about makes me think about him, because can you imagine? I mean, he died in 1994?
Yeah, 94.
And he probably expected this was going to happen over and over and over.
You could see it brewing. Richard's getting mad.
He did, actually, yeah.
Right? And a lot of people thought that with Jimmy Carter, this was going to happen. He was going to be the disclosure president, right? So how many times people thought this was going to happen, and they barely got any traction ever after all those years and decades. And here we sit today, and this is right across the board in mainstream news.
It is. I want to correct. There's one person who put definite misinformation up on the chat. He's absolutely wrong. He said those videos were edited by TTSA. Wrong, 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 wrong.
Oh, there he goes. Here he goes. This is it. This is where. All right, so I missed the comment. I gotta go back a little bit. All right, we gotta go back 9:52. This is where Dolan starts to go off on his chat room. So let's go back about 30 seconds. Hopefully this works. And I want to look for the chat because he's reading a chat right now. Look at him. He's reading a chat and he's starting to fucking get pissed off. He's like, oh my God. I'm trying to get in good with the TTSA and some asshole makes a comment like this in my chat. Watch. Here he goes. Look at his eyes. He's pissed. He really wants to get in with Lou Elizondo. You heard it from his own mouth. He said he wants to get in with Lou Elizondo. Well, I want to read this chat. Here he goes. He's going to blow up right here. Give it 30 seconds.
I still laugh at the folks who say this is some kind of CIA op. They do not know what they are talking about. They could not be more ignorant of the realities, despite the fact that yes, they have intelligence community connections, many or most of them. It's irrelevant. It's not an op. It's not that kind of op anyway. They may have their own agenda, but it's not a coordinated effort. And anyone who argues it literally does not know what they're talking about. But more on that next chapter.
That's right. That'll be coming out later in the week. But we're talking about Stringfield, and Leonard Stringfield is no longer.
Are some people who are brave enough to be willing to talk about this in the public realm, but there's a lot that aren't. And so, those of us who believe in getting this information out and getting public recognition of the reality of this most phenomenal, important, incredible thing, UFOs, we still have a lot of fighting ahead of us. I mean, yes,
watch him snap one more time.
We're not in a static situation.
I'm enjoying this.
So much has happened, but my God, there's a long way to go still, in my opinion.
Sometimes I think about what Lou Elizondo himself has gone through. He came out with something that he felt so strongly about, and then he just has taken abuse non-stop.
Yeah.
Non-stop. So this must be huge for him. Like a big, big day, big week for him.
The funny thing, I don't know Lou Elizondo personally.
I don't either.
We have a lot of common people, and I've never spoken with him. I really ought to. But I agree with you, and I think it's been tough for all of those people. I still laugh at the folks who say this is some kind of CIA op. They do not know what they are talking about. They could not be more ignorant of the realities, despite the fact that yes, they have intelligence community connections, many or most of them. It's irrelevant. It's not an op. It's not that kind of op anyway. They may have their own agenda, but it's not a coordinated effort. And anyone who argues it literally.
Okay, so look he's brewing, but nobody made a comment in his chat about that. He's saying something about it's a psyop. He's saying it's not a psyop. But there's something in his chat that comes along here in a minute that sets him off.
Does not know what they're talking about. But more on that next chapter.
That's right. That'll be coming out later in the week. But we're talking about Stringfield, and Leonard Stringfield is no longer with us. But what we were just talking about makes me think about him, because can you imagine? I mean, he died in 1994?
Yeah, 94.
And he probably expected this was going to happen over and over and over.
He did, actually, yeah.
Right? And a lot of people thought that with Jimmy Carter, this was going to happen. He was going to be the disclosure president, right? So how many times people thought this was going to happen, and they barely got any traction ever after all those years and decades. And here we sit today, and this is right across the board of mainstream news.
It is. I want to correct. There was one person who put definite misinformation up on the chat. He's absolutely wrong. He said those videos were edited by TTSA. Wrong, 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 wrong.
Oh.
Why do you spout such nonsense? That's absolutely not true. Those videos were released in truncated form, not because TTSA edited them. What do you think you get off with these ridiculous statements? They were edited by Pentagon censors who are allowing only parts of those videos to be released.
We got to go back to
Leonard Stringfield is no longer with us, but
why did it all turn blue? Come on, computer. What the F? You see this? Everything turned blue. Oh, here we go. All right, here we go. Dolan's going to snap right here. Now let's see if this is the right. He said something about TTSA has their own agenda.
You know, what we were just talking about makes me think about him, because can you imagine? I mean, he died in what, 1994?
Yeah, 94.
And he probably expected this was going to happen over and over and over.
He did, actually, yeah.
Right? And a lot of people thought that with Jimmy Carter, this was going to happen. He was going to be the disclosure president, right? So how many times people thought this was going to happen, and they barely got any traction ever after all those years and decades. And here we sit today, and this is right across the board in mainstream news.
It is. I want to correct. There's one person who put definite misinformation up on the chat. He's absolutely wrong. He said those videos were edited by TTSA. Wrong.
Penny.
Why do you spout such nonsense? That's absolutely not true. Those videos were released in truncated form, not because TTSA edited them. What do you think you get off with these ridiculous statements? They were edited by Pentagon censors who are allowing only parts of those videos to be released. Person who put definite misinformation.
A lot of people thought that with Jimmy Carter, this was going to happen.
I gotta find the comment that he's talking about. I keep trying to look for the comment. They must have deleted the comment that he was talking about, because I can't find it. He's saying, I have to correct somebody that said that this is disinformation. This is the last time I go back and look for it. All right. Give me 3 minutes to see if I can find the comment that he's talking about. Otherwise, he's sniffing the TTSA chair hard. He's sniffing it hard. They must be so bored. Why are they biting on the TTSA shit? This is all old news. Those videos are old news.
So much has happened, but my God, there's a long way to go still, in my opinion.
Sometimes I think about what Lou Elizondo himself has gone through. You know, he came out with something that he felt so strongly about, and then he just has taken abuse non-stop.
Yeah.
Non-stop. So this must be huge for him. Like a big day, big week for him.
The funny thing, I don't know Lou Elizondo personally.
I don't either.
We have a lot of common people, and I've never spoken with him. I really ought to. But I agree with you, and I think it's been tough for all of those people. I still laugh at the folks who say this is some kind of CIA op. They do not know what they are talking about. They could not be more ignorant of the realities, despite the fact that yes, they have intelligence community connections, many or most of them. It's irrelevant. It's not an op. It's not that kind of op anyway. They may have their own agenda, but it's not a coordinated effort, and anyone who argues it literally does not know what they're talking about. But more on that next chapter.
That's right. That'll be coming out later in the week. But we're talking about Stringfield, and Leonard Stringfield is no longer with us. But, you know, what we were just talking about makes me think about him, because can you imagine? I mean, he died in what, 1994?
Yeah, 94.
And he probably expected this was going to happen over and over and over.
He did, actually, yeah.
Right? And a lot of people thought that with Jimmy Carter, this was going to happen. He was going to be the disclosure president, right? So how many times people thought this was going to happen, and they barely got any traction ever after all those years and decades. And here we sit today, and this is right across the board in mainstream news. It is.
I want to correct. There's one person who put definite misinformation up on the chat. He's absolutely wrong. He said those videos were edited by TTSA.
Yeah,
Wrong.
Look at, they deleted the comment. I looked at every comment. Nobody said what he's saying here. Definite disinformation. Where's the fucking comment at? You know, if you're going to address a comment, Richard Dolan, at least keep it on the chat room for other people to see what the hell they were saying. For good grief. All right, now I'm gonna watch Dolan snap one more time about this. Then I think I'm gonna switch over to Manny Moonraker. Hey, PBR's back. everybody. I'm glad PBR's here. Blue Chicken's here. Chuck Bam's here. I'm sure Green Man's here. All the fucking coolest people on chat YouTube are here. I'm glad to see you guys. What's up? I don't know what happened to Goofon. I hope Richie's okay. I'm going to play Dolan one last time, then I'm going to switch over to Manny Moonraker. I haven't played him in a while. Manny's cool as hell.
Why do you spout such nonsense? That's absolutely not true. Those videos were released in truncated form, not because TTSA edited them. What do you think you get off with these ridiculous statements? They were edited by
Yeah, why do you think you get off of those ridiculous statements, you guys in the chat room? How dare you say such things? Shame. For UFO, shame on you. You know, I'm Richard Dolan. Check out my wife, Tracy. We know everything about UFOs together. So how dare you mock the TTSA? I'm flabbergasted. Look at my eyebrows. The centipedes are jumping off the top of them like you're crazy. They heard your comments too. Now they're pissed. See, you pissed off the centipedes on his eyeglasses. See what you guys do? You have to be nice in chat rooms. You can't piss off the host. They'll kick your ass off. Look, they fucking kicked this dude's comment off, and he's getting all pissed off about it. Come on, man. It's UFOs, dude. It's UFOs, Richard Dolan. Laugh a little, buddy. You gotta laugh, man. I hope me and Richard talk one day. I'll try to make him laugh. I understand when you get too serious about the shit, you get all crazy. It's better to laugh about it, in my opinion. That's why I'm glad you guys are here. You guys make me laugh about it.
Pentagon censors who are allowing only parts of those videos to be released. There's so much ignorant misinformation that is out there on this. And, you know, if you're going to say something, do a little bit of research and homework before you start trying.
Yeah, if you guys are going to say something, do some research. Don't just sit there and chat. Don't chat. Go home and read a book.
And to influence the rest of the public about this, because all you're doing is just spouting off wrong information. So, but back to string. Did you want to read that Harry Reid statement, that tweet?
Oh, yeah.
Do you want to do that?
Yeah.
I'm going to show this to folks. We're jumping through this.
Right. A lot of you probably saw this, but this was a tweet from former Senator Harry Reid. He said, "I'm glad the Pentagon is finally releasing this footage, but it only scratches the surface of research and materials available. The U.S. needs to take a serious scientific look at this and any potential national security implications. The American people deserve to be informed."
Yes, absolutely. And again, for people saying, "Oh, it's a threat. They're trying to scare the public." Like, get a life, man. The first 2 volumes of my UFOs and National Security State focused on military encounters with UFOs. What do you think? Like, this is, I'm not saying the aliens are invading. No one's saying that, but this is absolutely a phenomenon of objects that we don't know officially who they are.
You guys are all inappropriate, but I still love all you guys. It's still cool. You guys are funny. You guys are smart as hell. All you guys are super smart, and you make me laugh. I'm talking about my chat room and like Goofon's chat room and Manny Moonraker's chat room. People that hang out there are cool as hell.
They're definitely not the Russians. They're not the Chinese. They're not U.S. black budget. These are not credible explanations.
I need a 2-minute break. Can you guys behave yourself? There's something rattling in the back. I don't know if it's the wind because of the storm. It's raining pretty hard. Well, it was. Something's rattling. I'll be right back.
When you go through the long history of this, there's someone that's not us. So it's important. Mm-hmm. You know, when I did my 2 volumes of National Security State, and I got volume 3 in the States, everyone, I focused on the military encounters because I realized that the military encounters intrinsically are important. Like when you have jets scrambled to investigate these things, that matters. Right. And that also leaves a military paper trail, and you want to get that. And so for all of those reasons, but also, just like you could see with TTSA, there's this element where you just want to shake people by the shoulders and say, listen, pay attention. This is important. We don't know what is going on here, but this demands our attention. Mm-hmm. And so, you know, when you're dealing with a media and a world that's basically doesn't give a rat's ass about this and is just asleep at the wheel constantly, yes, you want to emphasize that potentially this could be serious. Like, wake up. And I think that's what they're doing. That's what I have been doing for all these years. It doesn't mean that I'm saying head for the hills, they're going to invade. We don't know. Mm-hmm. But it does mean pay attention, this is serious. So I think Harry Reid's statement that you just read is more of that. That's actually a very measured and a very intelligent statement by a former member of the U.S. Senate. How many of those are you going to get on the matter of you?
Everybody still here? Everybody still here? You guys are still here? I'm going to switch over to something else. Sorry, Richard, you're getting all pissed off, dude. Getting all pissed off. He's getting worked up. You can tell this shit's working him up. Everybody's stuck at home, Richard. Come on, dude. You gotta laugh about it. Cassidy Campbell asked me anything. All right, let's play this. I'm gonna ask Cassidy Campbell some shit. You guys tell me what to ask Cassidy Campbell.
So we'll see how that goes.
He's live right now.
I don't know how to impersonate Playboy Cardi.
You guys tell me what to say.
Joe Exotic character. I will be doing the Joe Exotic character, but I can't do anything in public right this second. Everything opens up. Well, starts to open up. Not everything opens up, but starts to open up. Yeah,
you guys
on
give me
May
some
1st
questions
in Texas.
to ask this guy.
Somebody says, yo, is it in any way illegal to catch predators by acting as a 13-year-old? If cops would I get in trouble? It is not, but I would personally not recommend it because it could potentially be dangerous.
I'll just say what's up. What's up?
Where are your hats? In my closet.
On my head.
Yep.
That chat's way too crazy. All right, let's see here. Current weather. Oh, there's Manny right there. What am I looking for? Manny. I didn't see Goofon tonight. I don't know what happened to Goofon. Is he okay? Did anybody talk to him? Did you guys go on his Facebook chat today? I didn't go on the Facebook chat. I'm going to play some of Buster if you guys are cool.
Real wrath of God type stuff. Exactly. Fire and brimstone coming down from the skies. Rivers and seas boiling.
40 years of darkness, earthquakes, volcanoes.
The dead rising from the grave. Human sacrifice, dogs and cats living together. Mass hysteria.
Live. This is UFO Buster Radio News from the UFO Buster Radio Network. My name is Manny Moonraker. I feel like I took a little vacation from podcasting, only because I didn't have the Dark Horde on Saturday because I was not in a good state of mind. I basically had some company this weekend. Started on Friday. Oh, man. It's a miracle I remember half the stuff. But still, let me just tell you this. There was one drink that was being passed around. This drink was 3 alcohols. In order for you to get it into your body, you had to trick it. You literally had to trick your body into drinking this, and you had to put a sliver of lemon in it just so that your body would accept it as something that it can use for nourishment. But let me tell you, wow, what a drink. And I know, I can remember 2 of the ingredients. The third one I can't, but it's straight up alcohol. There was like I said, there's no water. Maybe the ice melting. You can, I guess there was some water, but that's it. No juices other from what the lemon that burns when you put it in, and that's it. So it was that kind of a weekend, straight into Monday. But I'm here today, so thank goodness the podcast is happening today. I know one of you probably missed me, maybe 2.5. I have no idea. That's just the way it is. I see the one and only Green Man is in the chat box right now, live on Spreaker.com. Whenever the podcast is live, whenever these episodes happen, unless I say the system's fucked up and we're having a major meltdown, then for sure it's not gonna be live. But 99% of the times, the episodes are totally live. On the live chat, joining us right now is Dre. And there you go. See, you can join in, have some input into the conversation, if you will, and have a good time. Have a really damn good time. I do have to say, just so that you guys know, is that Green Man has sent me a piece, a bowl. He turned his wood into the most magnificent thing you've ever seen. Like, literally. Like, if for some reason, right, Kim Jong-un came out of the grave tomorrow and bombed the United States, and this was the only artifact left out of the entire civilization, Western civilization, they would think that we were artisans. That's all I'm saying. This thing is magnificent, and I've got a nice little place, and where I can put it with some fancy moonlight. I'm telling you, it's going to be fantastic. Thank you, Green Man, for that. The entire Moonraker family loves it. A couple of them are jealous, because they don't get stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? But listen, no one gets on the mic like me. You got it? So, yeah, they could be jelly. I'm okay with that. I want to welcome Pucky to the spot. Pucky, who gave us the 411 on one Eric Garcia, psychic extraordinaire out of San Antonio. I've been watching a lot of videos of this guy, and it's funny. And we've corresponded quite a bit through Messenger. It'll be May 9th on the Dark Horde podcast. He'll be on there. So the plan is, really, unless you join live, there's not going to be any predictions going on. I'm going to ask him about stuff on a worldly level. What's going to happen to every rubber dicker on the planet in about 10, 20 years, kind of like a Sylvia Brown type of thing. But if you're live in the chat box, I'm sure you can put in some questions and you can get some of that vibe coming through. And, he might just give you a little something. And we'll talk to him after that and see if he'll come back and do some live call-in shows. But really, the first episode, as always, is about you guys getting to know who in the hell is behind the mic and as a guest on a podcast. For me, I think that's important. You got to know that. Otherwise, they could be anybody. There was an incident last night here in the Moonraker residence, right? It was crazy because apparently it was raining cats and dogs, like really bad. And those of you who live in the San Antonio area, you might have heard this last night in the early morning hours. And all I know is that someone by the name of Bugs the UFO Hunter apparently took offense to Mother Nature whipping things up. Oh, the lightning, the thunder, the rain, the winds. It was completely freaking bananas. What I picture in my head was that he was probably down on the first floor somewhere, scared as hell, running around in fucking circles, because he had he had nowhere to go, right? Because my door was closed.
What happened?
Sometimes when people drink too much, they tend to wander out of rooms. So, I lock myself in. Anyway, so what I picture him is Bugs the UFO Hunter, a little 32-pound, big-headed Boston Terrier, probably got a running start from the first floor, ran his ass all the way up, and smacked into the door head first. Because when that door swung open, I swear I thought part of the building came down. It was crazy. I was at 3:15 in the morning, and I've been awake ever since. So you will hear a lot of shit you're probably not used to on this podcast episode, I guarantee you, because I've got zero sleep and I'm running on fumes, and I'm sure I'm still hungover. In some way and somehow, that alcohol is still there. The lime didn't help. I'm sure it didn't, but it tasted damn good. I can tell you that much. We're going to get into the three news stories that we got for today. They have to do with shit you already heard about, I'm sure. But why not repeat it, right? Come on, I got my own perspective on this nonsense. To help you just ease right into it and get it out the way, while the rest of us will listen to the podcast.
Oops. Oops. Oh, it's a ghost, Manny.
The UFO video going down the road right now in the middle of the night. But just because I try to put one to sleep, I probably just had the other one take out about 100 cars. Can't do it. I just can't. This is your first news story for today, and I got to keep it lively, apparently. I got to stay on the balls. Here's the deal. So apparently the Pentagon decided to officially release the UFO videos that the rest of the fucking planet has been seeing these for like 3 years now. Like literally the same damn videos. Actually, in my drunken stupor last night, I actually watched the 3 videos, and I'm waiting. I'm waiting. And I waited a little more. I waited for the punchline. The thing is that the FOIA that they were releasing talked about a longer video, which the Pentagon at that point said, listen, we can't release it because of national security. Did they mean Social Security? I'm telling you, I think it was Social Security they were talking about. They were trying to save Social Security because what they sent us is old ass shit. There is nothing here that really merits them even coming out to spend time doing this. Nothing. And instead what we get is Tom DeLonge. He's all happy as hell. There's even articles about Tom DeLonge now talking about this Pentagon release like it means something. It means absolutely nothing. So they decided to release the Go Fast, the FLIR, and the other fucking video of the Tic Tac. The Tic Tac videos of all these different Tic Tacs. And the situation.
Manny's 100% right. It means jack shit. It means nothing. This is why I listen to Manny. He's right. What does it mean? It's old news. Come on, man. I'm glad you guys are here. You guys are cool. What's going on? You guys let me know what's going on in your life, man. Say some shit in the chat. Let me know if you saw a UFO or a ghost. I'm looking for the ghost right now. I'm going to go do a EVP in the corner. I'm going to go do a EVP and I'll play it for you guys. Give me 5 minutes. We'll see if we catch anything.
They were going on with the Nimitz and what's happening out east, but nothing new. It's all the same shit. It was the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen. Like I sat up and I looked through these and there was nothing. According to this quote, it says, in order to clear up any misconceptions by the public on whether or not the footage has been circulating was real, like we didn't already know this, or whether or not there is more to the videos, according to the Pentagon spokesman Sue Go, she says, we decided to release it. We're just going to put it out. We're going to give you the same shit you had before, the shit that was stolen from us. How do you legitimize that? Like you would think you'd be upset as fuck because somebody stole the videos from you, but no, you just go out and you put it out and you basically make the thief look like a king. That's what you did. You did nothing more than look like a complete asshole. That was taken from you, from right under your noses. Go, really, her name should have been Van Gogh. What the fuck is wrong with her parents? We'll just call her Van Gogh. Sue Van Gogh, there's more to this quote. After a thorough review, the department has determined that the authorized release of these unclassified videos does not reveal any sensitive, more like crap abilities or systems, Van Gogh continued to say, and does not impinge on any subsequent investigations of military airspace incursions by unidentified aerial phenomena. The worst thing about this really is not so much that they came out and released the same damn videos. That's almost, it's like stupid is what stupid does. They just proved that. They did. You got it stolen from you, and now you went ahead and you published it. Not like right as soon as it happened, but years later. But what kills me is you're literally certifying what To the Stars Academy, Tom DeLonge, and everybody else was saying, is that the government has no idea what the fuck is flying over your sky. They have no clue. And you just pretty much dotted that I and crossed that T for them. It's what you did, because you're pretty much saying, we have no idea what this is, so let's just throw the video out there being somebody already stole it. There's a quote from David Fravor here, which was actually Commander Fravor, now retired, U.S. Navy pilot, who was involved in one of those videos, the FLIR video. And he says this: as I got closer to it, it rapidly accelerated to the south and disappeared in less than 2 seconds. This was extremely abrupt, like a ping pong ball bouncing off a wall. It will hit and go the other way. F-18 Hornets, actually F-18 Super Hornets, could not keep up with this thing, not for one moment. And again, you basically, Sue Van Gogh is again certifying the fact that we are all fucked because there's shit going on in the sky. They're not our best weapons, not our best systems, not even our smartest people in our government can tell us what the fuck it is, but they'll gladly let someone come over and steal it. That's basically what this says to me. It doesn't say anything else to me other than that. We fucked up. We have no idea, but here it is. Now, like I said before, the FOIA request was for additional videos and a longer video that was rumored to be out there and being held by the government. Department of Defense, they didn't want to release it. But according to Sue Van Gogh, that's not the case. Sue Van Gogh says, there's no other videos. This is it. Nothing longer. What you see is what you get. The question here is why? Why release this? What is the end game?
All right, so I did an EVP. I did an EVP by the pool table. I'm going to play it at the commercial break.
What are they trying to do? There is one person that we know, the reptilian man. He's trying to capitalize on this. So we know that he's got that new movie out, The Fifth Encounter of whatever the fuck kind. I don't know. I said I was going to watch it, and actually Adam Baum contacted me, I believe it was yesterday. He was like, hey, I'm thinking about watching that Greer film. I don't know if it's worth the $5. I don't know either. I haven't even watched it. I intended to, but I was too happy to do that. But the question is here, how much is Stephen Greer going to capitalize on this? Because we already see Tom DeLonge is getting the up from the media, especially those news publications regarding to they relate to music and things like that, like Billboard and stuff like that. So, but now we got Stephen Greer, who I think tonight was supposed to get on Fox News, wherever the hell he's at. I think with Ingram, and he was going to talk about the Pentagon release. And so there he goes. He's going to peddle out his movie because in his movie, it's about the cabal. The cabal, as he says, is going to make it seem like we are going to get attacked from outer space. And I guarantee you, I guarantee you that he is going to go on that show and say that this is the beginning of that. They show us that there's things out there that cannot be defended against. They are going to be trying to attack us and take over the planet from outer space. And that's when they take over everything. One world government, whatever it is, I don't know. Stephen Greer is on there right now. I hope to get maybe a copy of his interview on Ingram's show. That way we can replay it on the podcast and examine and see, did we call it correctly or did I call it correctly? Was he on there to promote his show and then talk about how the cabal is going to set the world up for failure? And according to Stephen Greer, as you all know, there are no aliens, at least not evil ones. All the aliens are here to take care of your nut cancer. Yeah, they're here to give you good probings, keep you regular, and heal you from any problem you have. That's what Stephen Greer sees. The evil aliens are really humans. Over. That's the way he sees it. Plain and simple. But, listen, I'm looking forward to it. Maybe we can do a kind of like a recap watch party. We'll all get together. We'll watch it. And then we'll get on the podcast and talk about it. And maybe we can have some people.
I had a prostate test. I got to tell you guys it's not a funny story. It's a weird story. It's a sad story. But I'll tell you guys a story. I had a prostate test once. My doctor, I love him. He's super cool. He's like at the best hospital in the world. Guy's like, all right, move over on your side. I'm like, what? He's like, I got to give you a prostate test. I'm like, oh, what? And the reason why he was doing that was that's why my dad died. My dad died of prostate cancer. And so he was always telling me from like 45 on, you got to get checked. So I always get checked. But I had a prostate test one time. Wasn't great. But you got to do that shit. I hope aliens never do it to me. But it's good when a doctor does it, I guess. It will save your life. My dad was like a badass. He's like, fuck that. I'm not doing that shit. He's like, no way. No way. He was like, no way there's going to be a dude doing any of that. My dad was a Marine. His dad was a Marine. I was a Marine too. My brother was a Marine. But my dad was like, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. And he went on for like 4 years until it spread everywhere in his body and killed him. It sucked. I felt bad. So I get checked. Hopefully one day like a robot will do it. Maybe it'll be better if a robot does the test. But until then, I'm gonna trust my doctor. I've been seeing him for the longest. The guy's the fucking coolest. I don't think he's gay at all. He's pretty cool. I think he's saving my life. I'm going to have to do the test all the time. I don't look forward to it.
Come in. Maybe you can have some people come in and call in and talk about what they thought about the Stephen Greer situation. I don't know. We'll just have to see. In the chat box, everybody's talking about, hey, what can you do? Blink 182. Yeah, he's a salad. I suppose. Look at that. Talk about Adam Baum. He's in the live chat right now. Yeah, sorry. Dre said, yeah, damn, nut cancer. Come on, give me a break. Same prostate, it takes a few more letters in there. I don't want to do that. Let's get over it. I'm being kind of presidential right now, actually. I'm talking like the president. There is more to this article and it's listed in the description for you. There is also links directly to the FOIA request in the article, so you can go in, check it out, and the actual videos are listed on there, and some other neat things that they released at the same time. It is just, I don't know. You're fucked if you do, and you're fucked if you don't. That's basically what it comes down to. But the government just wasted our damn time.
All right, I'm going to play my EVP. You guys let me know if you hear any ghosts talking back to me. Hang on, I'm going to give it a minute until the stupid refrigerators turn off. It's getting warm in Chicago. It's maybe 71 degrees today. I don't think any Canadians watch my show or listen. They're probably all over at SOR radio right now. They're probably all pouring maple syrup on their chicken nuggets or something, listening to SOR talk. I'm glad you guys are here. You guys are way cooler than anybody in SOR chat, to be honest. I'm not dissing SOR chat. I'm just saying people that hang out in my chat room are way cooler. Come on. Most of us aren't Canadians. Here, I'm going to play the EVP. Here we go. Dead ghost. Dead ghost. How did you feel to be a dead ghost? How did you feel? Oh, hang on. Hang on a second. Damn it. Right now, hang on a second. Oh, good Lord. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, what the Did I turn off the mic? I think I turned off the mic. Did I turn off the mic? Oh my God. I think I turned off the mic. Did I turn off the mic? Oh what the God. I think I turned off the mic. Did I turn Is it back on? Game Vet, what's up, brother? I hope you took a break. Is it back on? Oh, what the flying shit! You guys still here? Is everybody still here? I figured it out. I think I figured it out. Hang on. Hold on a second. All right, here's Manny. Somebody ought to come. All right, here's the EVP. I figured it out. I'm an amateur at all this shit. I really am. I'm just an amateur. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. I got lucky. I got the last microphone at Walmart. Uh-oh, something's walking by the bullshooter. I got lucky. I didn't plan for any of this shit. I didn't know there was going to be a fucking pandemic happening. Think I want there to be a pandemic happening? I want people to be out boozing and having fun. Come on. I didn't plan for any of this shit, but somehow I got lucky. I found the last microphone at Walmart. And then my friends hooked me up with like a camera and showed me how to do all kinds of shit. You know what's funny is when I was first seeing UFOs that I was injured. I had a back surgery. I had 3 of them. 3 years in a row, I had a fucking different back surgery. It was insane. But when I first started seeing UFOs, I had no idea about there's something walking by the dartboard. It's creeping around. You know, I had no idea about UFOs. I'm just chilling out. Then I kept seeing these things flying around. I'm like, man, I better get a camera. And I started getting a camera. Then I was like, well, I have to upload these videos somehow. And then I jumped onto, I bought a laptop or something. And I started uploading the videos. But it was like a progression. You like learn how to do shit. It takes time. But I would have never asked for it. I never asked to see UFOs. I never asked there to be a pandemic. And now here I am, live streaming from a fucking haunted bar. I just wanted to be a dude in the chat room, chilling out, making snarky ass comments, and then going to bed. You see how the world changes? The world's always fucking changing. It's happened since the beginning of fucking time. Sorry, I'm swearing. Getting a little worked up. Here, let me play this EVP.
Hello, dead ghost. How does it feel to be a dead ghost? I'm right in front of the pool table where you died. Right now, I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 balls on the table. Does that mean you died on the 16th? Or did 16 things happen to you before you died? I'm going to leave the recorder going. Go ahead and answer. And even our smartest people in our government can tell us what the fuck it is. There's gladly just someone come over and deal with it. Sorry, Ghost. There's a podcast that I like playing in the background. I hope you like it. I'm going to press pause and come back and ask you more questions. I'll be right back, Ghost.
Oops. All right, so I don't know if you guys can hear that. I don't know if you can hear it. I got this blue snowball microphone. I don't. Sorry, I'm hacking. I don't know how to make the volume get up higher. I'm trying to make the volume get up higher. Did you guys hear that? Could you guys hear the EVP? Hang on. I'm going to go back and try it one more time. I'm going to do one serious EVP session. You guys give me 3 minutes. I'll be right back. I'm going to make sure all the sound is off everywhere. This guy died on the pool table. I'm going to go by the pool table. See if I can pick up any of his last words or something. Give me 2 minutes. One of them just for you. All right, here we go. You guys still here? Here it is.
Ghost, how are you? I am the ghost bouncer. Whoa.
Did you hear that? Did you guys hear that? There was a big ass bounce. Hang on, I'll move it back a little bit. I asked some shit and something went smashing. Hang on, I'm gonna play it again.
Ghost, how are you? I am the ghost bouncer.
There it is.
Whoa, what was that? I like when you hang out here. I just don't want you to die on the pool table, which I'm standing over right now. Do you have anything to say? I hear a lot of moving things. Is that you? All right, Ghost. I tried my best. I'll be back to talk to you later. I even pressed pause on my favorite show. One of them just for you. Ghost.
Well, we didn't find anything tonight. I heard something smashing. It's too late to keep him from dying on the table. I'm just trying to give him hope. You know what I'm saying? He might still think he's alive. He might still think he's like, oh, these problems with my wife and the bar and drinking every night till I pass out will work out. And so I'm like, hey man, I don't want you to die on the pool table. I want you to keep going. I heard a thump too. I did. I heard a thump. Isn't that funny? We heard a thump. I was talking to the dude. I was asking him questions, and there was a thump. And you know what's funny? The guy that died, he stroked out right on the pool table. So there had to be a thump when he fell, right? Wouldn't there be a thump? I might have to go back and check it out one more time, guys. I'm sorry. I wanted to play Manny's show. Manny's got the greatest show. Goof on Radio and Manny, they're the coolest. I don't know what happened to Goof on tonight. He's got a great show. Guy's hilarious. I heard a thump. Green Man agrees with me. We're doing science here. A lot of you guys have been with me from the start. You guys know why I keep the camera in the same position. I'm trying to do science. So if something gets knocked off or flown off, you can say I didn't fake shit. I'm going to go back and record one more EVP because there's something still moving around. I can hear it moving around. Let me do one more. I don't know how to make the volume louder. I'm sorry. I'm trying to make the volume louder. All right, here's the last one. This is the last EVP of the night. I tried my best for you guys. I didn't hear anything responding after the thump. We heard the thump. The guy had a fucking stroke on the pool table and died. And we heard a thump. I think it's pretty good. I think we did some pretty good research for tonight. You guys helped me do some great research for tonight. We're going to prove goddamn ghosts exist.
Hello, Mr. Ghost. How are you? Was that you thumping the last time we heard a thump? Go ahead and say whatever the hell you want because I'm going to end my live stream soon. So if you have something to say, go ahead and say it. Any last noises you want to make or move things?
That was it. That was it. I tried my best, everybody. Thank you for hanging out. You guys are awesome. Also, I'm gonna try to get a schedule going. I think I might be stuck here till June. I'll try to get a schedule going. You guys help me do ghost research. I'll see you guys soon. You guys are awesome. I'll see you.